everyone. First of all, I would like to thank all the students and the organizers for inviting me to this amazingly organized program. The last time that I came here was many years ago when I was this high, probably. So it's been a long time since I've come here, and I'm glad that I was able to be a part of this gathering today. And I'm really excited and overwhelmed to see so many people and all the amazing performances that just happened a few minutes back. So kudos to all the teachers and all the students for putting up such an entertaining and motivating program. And actually, when I was watching the students perform over here, I did feel a little bit nostalgic about my own childhood experiences, because when I was a student like all of you, I also studied in the CBSE board, and we also used to have similar annual day programs every year. And I remember being a part of those programs and sometimes watching from the audience. So this definitely helped me, took me back down the memory lane. So I wanted to start with a little bit about myself and then share some of my learnings and experiences with all of you so that you can also learn and take inspiration from my experiences and use those ideas and those learnings in your own lives. So like all of you, I also studied in the CBSE board. I grew up in the Middle East. My parents worked there, so I grew up in Muscat. And then when I was done with grade 12, I moved to the United States, California specifically, to pursue an undergraduate degree in computer engineering. And then after that, I joined Microsoft as a software engineer, and then I've been there ever since. And a few months back, I realized that I wanted to continue my education, expand my horizons, learn more. So I decided to pursue a master's degree in software management from Carnegie Mellon University. And I think even though my journey has been pretty varied, have had a lot of experiences in all these years, but I think there's one thing that's common across regions, among children, among students, like all of you, which is that we have a lot of dreams. There are a lot of things that we want to do. There are a lot of dreams that we want to fulfill, a lot of ambition that we want to pursue. And I see that among all the students over here, even when the principal was talking about all the accolades that our students have earned, all the academic success that they've achieved, I see a lot of potential, and I see myself in all of those students because I was there and I had my own ambition, my own goals that I wanted to pursue. And I think a lot of you who are now in grade 10 or 11 are possibly also going through a period of slight stress, possibly some confusion, because you have to make your choices about the courses that you will be taking in grade 11, the stream that you will be pursuing that will determine your career trajectory. And I've been there myself. I have also gone through that experience where everybody is giving me their own suggestions about what I should pursue, and then I had to make a choice. So I would just say that these are all very natural experiences to have. It's very natural to feel stressed in these situations. But whatever you choose, whatever you decide to do in your life, make sure that you've thought it through. Do your research, and by research I mean talk to your teachers, your best resources over here who have a wealth of information to share with you, who have so much of guidance to give you. Talk to them, share your goals with them, and they know what your strengths and weaknesses are, so they can help you identify what you're good at and what you should be pursuing. Talk to your seniors who have taken the field that you're interested in. Talk to them about their experiences, the pros and cons of pursuing a specific profession. And most importantly, this is the age of digitalization. Everybody has a phone, mobile phone with internet access. Just search online, look for information, and I'm sure you will find tons of resources that will help you make a very informed choice. Because whatever you decide to pursue, it's something that you have to do for the rest of your life. So make sure it's something that you're truly passionate about, and it's something that can help you achieve the goals in your life. So that would be my advice to all the students who are right now in high school and who are trying to make this decision. And I think this is while it's a very stressful period, this is not the only period in your life when you're going to have a lot of stress. This is like the beginning of it, right? Once you go to college, you'll have more decisions to make, more choices to make, and that might lead to a little bit more stress. So like when you come in college, you would think that for now that you're all in school, your main goal is to go to a good college, to pursue a nice degree. But then once you're in college, you will start thinking about your job, and you will start thinking that now I want to apply for internships, now I want to start looking for jobs, and then you'll get busy with interviews. And that will be a different type of learning, and that will be a different type of stress that you will experience then. And what I realized personally from my own journey is that what we learn inside classrooms, what we learn in books, is just one part of learning. We also need to be able to communicate what we know and share what we have to offer to other people. And we should be able to do that in ways that other people can understand. So we should have good communication skills, and specifically good communication skills in English, because that's a language that's used everywhere. So you need to practice speaking well, practice sharing your talent, your experiences, what you know with people, so that this will even help you in interviews, because nobody knows what your true potential is other than you yourself. So you need to practice to be able to say that well, and that is something that you can start doing today. You don't have to wait to go to college and then start learning all these skills, because this is not something that you can learn in a day. It's a process that takes time, and over here I think at APS you have the kind of teachers and you have the curriculum where not just your education that comes from books is emphasized upon, but we also have these programs and these avenues where students can also explore and improve their soft skills like communication, working in a team, collaborating with people. And these are skills that you can start practicing from today. Practice with your teachers, practice inside classrooms, practice outside classrooms with your friends, with your peers who are in the same situation as you, and you will get more confident and more better with time. And this is something that I've realized what a lot of companies, what a lot of employers look for in interviews. They look for candidates who have talent, of course, but who are also able to share and communicate that talent. And these are skills that will come in handy when you even start working. Like this is a very underrated skill, I think, and this is something that I've realized from my own experiences. Even when I'm working at Microsoft, a lot of work that we do, of course, has to do with technical things that we learn in college, that we learn over time with experience, but then you also have to speak with people, communicate with people who are way more experienced than you at times, and sometimes people who are not as experienced as you, and you have to guide them, you have to mentor them, and also ensure that the work that you're doing comes to its logical conclusion. And these skills and these things can only happen when you have the right sort of leadership skills, communication skills, and the confidence to lead teams. So I would really emphasize on practicing these skills, and that is something again that you can start from today. And then one other important learning that I think often gets overlooked a little bit is the importance of having a mentor, because all of these things that I'm sharing with you today, I've experienced them in my own life, and that's how I realized that these are the skills that I need to build upon. But you don't have to wait to experience everything on your own to be able to improve on those skills. You can sometimes find somebody who has already gone through this journey, maybe a senior, maybe your teacher, maybe anybody in your home, in your neighborhood who has gone through the same career trajectory, who has more experience than you do, and who can guide you and show you the ropes basically, and tell you what skills you need to build upon, what things you need to focus on, because there are so many choices today. There are so many things to learn. If you look online, you will find a wealth of resources, and while that's good, it can sometimes be a double-edged sword, because it can overwhelm you and you're not sure where to begin. So in those kinds of situations, I think it really helps to have a mentor at every stage of your career. Right now in school, you should have a mentor who can help you understand what subjects to pick, how to prepare for competitive exams, how to apply for admission to universities of your choice. And then similarly, when you're in college, you might again want a mentor who can guide you and help you figure out how to apply for interviews, how to create a compelling resume that appropriately and accurately conveys your experience. And then even later, once you start working, you may want a mentor who can show you the ropes because you're new to the industry and you don't know how the industry functions. And then many years on, maybe you can be a mentor and you can give back to the community. Right? So I think the importance of mentorship is something that I would really, really stress upon over here for all of you. And then I think one other very important thing that I've realized, and this also I guess goes along very well with the theme of this program, which is to go along with the times, right? It means to be very agile, to always be open to new possibilities and new opportunities. Because I am somebody who loves to plan and I like to follow that plan. But what I have realized is sometimes you need to also let go a little bit, right? Because not everything happens according to your plan. Right now, you're all in school, so you probably have big dreams about what you want to do once you finish your college and where you want to live, what kind of a job you want. And then you will go to college and that will be another 3-4, maybe more than 4 years, depending on what stream you pick. And then by the time you get to the point where you start working, the world may have changed a lot in between, right? A lot of new technologies may have come up, a lot of new career paths may have opened up, and you may realize that what you thought initially was a good plan is not working anymore, or maybe your goals have changed to some extent, so your plan also needs to be changed accordingly. Which is why I think it's very important to be agile, to be very welcoming of changes that come along your journey, and be open enough and be smart enough to incorporate those changes in your plan, and to be smart enough to identify opportunities that will help you reach your goals faster. And this is, again, maybe it makes a lot of sense on paper, but it's something that you need to really internalize. Because the more you internalize it, the more you make it a part of your habit, the part of your mindset, the easier it will be to implement this. So that's, I think, if there is one thing that I want you to take away from this speech today, I would just say that be very agile, be very open to learning, in fact. And this is something that I learned actually from my father, who always keeps telling me to keep learning. Because when I told him that I've started working now and now I'm thinking of pursuing a degree, but I'm not too sure if I should pursue a master's right now because I'm already working, he said, why not? You have an opportunity to learn something. Why are you just passing up this opportunity, right? Because you have to be truly blessed to get these opportunities to learn, to get education. These are golden opportunities that you should never miss in life. So if you have that opportunity, learn. And one thing that this experience of pursuing a degree after starting working also made me realize is that there is no age for learning. Because I thought when I started my degree that I will probably be one of the older people in the batch because I've already had some work experience. And then to my very pleasant surprise, I found people in my cohort, in my batch, who are actually, they have more than 10 years of work experience. Some of them are trying to change their line of work. Some of them have little children and full-time jobs that they're managing. And most interestingly, there's a person, he's a father, he has 2 daughters who are also in college, and he's also now deciding to pursue a master's degree, and all 3 of them are going to college together. And I think that is very sweet, because there is no age for learning, and it's not like once you're done with your bachelor's, you're done. You may want to learn something new in future, and that's perfectly fine. जब हमारे पेरेंट्स हमें सपोर्ट करते हैं तो मुझे लगता है हमें कोई चीज़ नहीं रोक सकती आगे जाने से, क्योंकि अक्सर जब हम बच्चों के गोल्स होते हैं, बच्चों के एम्बिशन होते हैं, लेकिन वो रास्ता कभी कभी मुश्किल होता है, ठीक है, बहुत सारे स्ट्रेसेस आते हैं, बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स आती हैं, लेकिन अगर हमारे पेरेंट्स हमें सपोर्ट करें तो मुझे लगता है कि हम बहुत दूर तक जाते हैं। और हमें पता रहता है कि चलो कोई तो है घर पे जिसको पता है कि हम सही कर रहे हैं, जो हमें हमारे पास हमेशा मतलब वो एक फॉल बैक है, वो इंसान हमेशा हमें समझेगा, हमें संभालेगा। और भले ही हमारे पेरेंट्स को शायद ना समझ आए कि हमारे क्या ड्रीम्स हैं, हम डॉक्टर बनना चाहते हैं, हम इंजीनियर बनना चाहते हैं, लेकिन वो अगर हमारे गोल्स ना भी समझे तो भी हमें सपोर्ट करते रहें, तो मुझे लगता है उसका बहुत फ़र्क पड़ता है। और ये मैं अपने एक्सपीरियंस से कह रही हूँ। मेरे पेरेंट्स, मेरे फादर, मेरी मदर, उन्होंने मैं उनकी एक ही बेटी हूँ, कोई भाई बहन नहीं है, लेकिन फिर भी उन्होंने डिसाइड किया कि वो मुझे इतनी दूर भेजेंगे, यूएस भेजेंगे, पढ़ाएंगे। और ये एक बहुत बड़ा डिसीजन है, ठीक है, एक ही औलाद है, वो भी बेटी है, और आप उसे इतनी दूर भेज रहे हैं पढ़ने के लिए। लेकिन अगर वो ये काम नहीं करते तो मुझे नहीं लगता कि मैं आज यहाँ पे खड़ी रहती। तो उनके उस भरोसे और उस सपोर्ट की वजह से मैं आज यहाँ पर हूँ। और सिर्फ उनका सपोर्ट वहाँ नहीं ख़त्म हुआ, उसके बाद मैंने कहा मुझे जॉब करनी है, उन्होंने कहा करो जॉब। फिर मैंने कहा मुझे आगे और पढ़ाई करनी है, उन्होंने कहा करो और पढ़ाई। और अभी भी ऐसा होता है कि कभी कभी उनको लगता है कि अरे इतनी दूर ये है, शायद ये थोड़ी दुखी है, तो कहते हैं कोई बात नहीं, घर आ जाओ, कोई मसला नहीं है। तो मुझे लगता है वो जो सपोर्ट होता है वो बहुत इम्पॉर्टेंट होता है, और वो हर बच्चे को अपनी ज़िंदगी में चाहिए होता है। तो आप कुछ ना करें, बस बच्चों को सपोर्ट करते रहें, उनके ड्रीम्स भले ही ना समझ आएँ, उनको सपोर्ट करें उनके ड्रीम्स में, वो आपकी सोच से बहुत आगे चले जाएंगे। और मुझे लगता है जब हम सोचते हैं कि हमारा बच्चा बड़ा होकर डॉक्टर बनेगा, इंजीनियर बनेगा, तो हम बस ये सोचते हैं कि हमारा बच्चा होगा जो आगे चल के ये प्रोफेशन करेगा, इस प्रोफेशन में जाएगा। बट हम ये नहीं रियलाइज़ करते कि कई बार वो एक इंसान नहीं होता, सिर्फ जब वो एक इंसान पढ़ता है तो उसकी बहुत सारी जनरेशन्स पढ़ती हैं। और इसका बेस्ट एग्जाम्पल हमारे बीच में आज हैं मेरे नाना और इस स्कूल के डायरेक्टर और फाउंडर, जिन्होंने बहुत साल पहले ये डिसाइड किया कि वो इंजीनियर बनेंगे। और मुझे बहुत खुशी है कि उन्होंने ये फ़ैसला लिया, क्योंकि अगेन अगर वो एक इंसान ये फ़ैसला नहीं लेते तो हम में से कोई भी आज यहाँ पे नहीं होता। उन्होंने खुद पढ़ाई करी, उन्होंने अपने बच्चों को पढ़ाया, उनके बच्चों ने अपने बच्चों को पढ़ाया, और उसका नतीजा आपके सामने है। तो अगर आप एक इंसान को अपने घर में पढ़ाएंगे तो वो अपनी कई पीढ़ियों को, जनरेशन्स को, अपनी कई नस्लों को पढ़ाएंगे आगे, और उससे आपकी सोसाइटी बदलती है और आपका घर तो बदलता ही है। और साथ में एक चीज़ इससे ये और भी पता चलती है कि जो मेरे नाना हैं, उन्होंने अपने सिर्फ 2 बेटों को नहीं पढ़ाया, उन्होंने अपनी 2 बेटियों को भी पढ़ाया, और उन सबको बराबर की अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ दी, लाइफ में बराबर के मौके दिए। और ये बहुत ज़रूरी चीज़ है हमारी सोसाइटी में। हम अक्सर ये सोचते हैं कि लड़कियों को पढ़ा के क्या करना है, आगे चल के तो उनकी शादी ही होनी है, इनको सिर्फ खाना बनाना आना चाहिए, घर के काम आने चाहिए। पर मुझे लगता है ये काफ़ी नहीं है। आप कहीं भी देख लें, हम हरियाणा में बैठे हैं और यहाँ पे हमें पता है लड़कियाँ स्पोर्ट्स में कितना अच्छा कर रही हैं। स्पोर्ट्स को छोड़िए, आप कोई भी फील्ड ले लीजिए, कोई भी, मेडिसिन ले लीजिए, इंजीनियरिंग ले लीजिए, पायलट बनना देख लीजिए, कुछ भी, जर्नलिज्म, कुछ भी देख लीजिए, हर वो काम जो लड़के कर सकते हैं वो लड़कियां भी कर सकती हैं, और बहुत अच्छा कर सकती हैं बल्कि। तो आप उनके ऊपर ट्रस्ट करिए, उनको ये मौके दीजिए, उन्हें काम करने दीजिए, क्योंकि जब लड़कियां ये पढ़ाई करेंगी, जब इंडिपेंडेंट बनेंगी, वो अपने लिए अच्छे फ़ैसले ले पाएंगी, वो अपने लिए बेहतरीन फ़ैसले ले पाएंगी, जिससे उनकी ज़िंदगी बदलेगी, उनकी फैमिली की ज़िंदगी बदलेगी, और इसी तरह धीरे धीरे करके आपकी पूरी सोसाइटी बदलेगी। तो अगर पेरेंट्स मेरी इस स्पीच से एक कोई बात ले सकते हैं तो मैं उनसे यही रिक्वेस्ट करूँगी कि आप प्लीज़ अपने बच्चों को पढ़ाएं, उन्हें बहुत सपोर्ट करें, और अपनी बेटियों को भी बहुत सपोर्ट करें उनके करियर्स में। थैंक यू।